¡Au! ¡Verga! ¡Ah! ¿Qué te pasa? ¡Ay! ¡Corta! You know, I thought having a scary intro for the show will spice up the rating. But apparently, the only thing spicy around here is my head. Ouch.
Yeah, this doesn't seem to be working. So will you start the show or?
Sí, mejor vámonos antes de que tenga otro accidente.
Wow. Sound pretty good with a Spanish accent. Should probably talk like that more often. What is this? Oh, the humanity! Welcome to the Worst Broadcast. I am Bye Bye Doll, and today I have a few selections of the downright disturbing and weird, not including the beginning of the show, though you could argue it's just as disturbing, or maybe it might turn you on. I'm not sure which camp you fall into. You know, humans are fucking weird. So how many disturbing videos we're going to watch today? Well, that would be a total of 5 to 6 if you count the first video. Only if you count the first video. Starting off at number 1 in no particular order is the first video called Agamemnon Counterpart. And it took me like 5 or 6 takes to say that correctly. I'm not proud of that. Coming at number 2 is the following video. Haunted ghost screaming at a hotel. Oh wait, it's a screaming ghost at a haunted hotel. I see what you're doing.
What room is that? If it's the room right above him, it should be 209. John, do you copy? It's room 209. Amy says nobody's checked into that room, and there's reports of screaming coming from that room. Amy, he's on his way down there right now. What's going on, John? There's no one checked into that room. There should be nobody in there. Wait 1 second, John. Amy, are you there? Yeah, John says he hears the screaming coming from that room. And I hear it too. But we're sure that no one's checked into that room. Correct? John, just wait. We're going to get a hold of the police. So, I would wait for the police, John. Amy, John's going to enter the room real quick, just to check, make sure, see what's going on. Wait 1. John? John, are you there? Okay, Amy, John wants you to call the police right now if you don't mind. He says no one's in there, but that all of the furniture's been turned upside down and the hold on. He says the carpet's been ripped up and that the shower is on, but nobody's in there. Man, that's scary. I'm officially freaked out now.
Well, as we all clearly see, there was literally a string holding up that ghost the entire time. Verified fake, I have proved it. Come at me. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, that video is pretty uncomfortable. And the fact that these aren't actors, these are just everyday normal people just doing their freaking job. And it was also recorded live on a CC camera. So, you know, kind of hard to fake something like that, especially on the spot. So, you know, if it was fake, you know, kudos to them. Amazing job. I've never seen someone do something like that before. If it was real, well, try going to sleep tonight. I'll be waiting. And the following video is coming at you at number 3, and it's called Selene Delgado from Canal 5. So before we go any further, we need to talk a little bit about the urban legend that surrounds Selene Delgado. So let's talk about it. So this person went missing in Mexico around the age of 24 in 1990, like early 1990s. I'm not specifically sure if it was like 91, 92, but yeah. Channel 5 would air her missing report during the morning and evening for like 1 to 2, maybe 3 months straight. Now the weird part and the whole urban legend part comes to play is when people try to look up her information. They couldn't find anything about her. Not even her family came up to claim anything about her, or they even knew anything about this woman. No one seemed to know who this person was, or even acknowledge that this person really ever existed, other than Channel 5 putting up the reports every morning and evening during that time. So then people started saying perhaps this person is fake. Person doesn't exist. which is also another thing that's probably strange about her disappearance and like her urban legend, is the fact that she only has one known photo of her, and it's also not a very good photo, which most people say that since her face is pretty vague, well, not vague, but like it's pretty plain looking, there's not really any really distinguishing features about her. That makes it also a little bit more uncanny because it could literally just be anyone. And so also led to this urban legend saying that she is possibly just a computer generated face, because her facial features is just so plain looking, so average, that it could be anyone. And that's kind of scary.
XHGC Canal 5, al servicio de la comunidad. Víctor Gama Tavera, de 20 años de edad. Yadira Villanueva Ojeda, de 23 años. Miguel Ángel Guzmán Cortés, de 16 años. Pedimos ayuda para localizar a Selene Delgado López, de 18 años. Se extravió el 22 de abril en la delegación Álvaro Obregón. Selene Delgado López, se ignora su paradero desde el 28 de mayo del año 2000. Cualquier información, favor de comunicarse a los teléfonos de Canal 5.
All right, I'm just gonna jump right in. Paris, catacombs, man who went missing and conveniently left his camera with footage for people to find. First of all, I have no desire. You're underground, surrounded by human bones. Well, okay, Cheryl, let's go. Sign me up. Sounds like a fantastic vacation idea. Nope. No, thank you. Setting aside from the fact that there are human remains that people are visiting like a tourist attraction, it's underground. Hell no. So, why? Why are there bones under a city? Well, what had happened was, in the 17th and 18th, what had happened was, in the 17th and 18th century, the cemeteries within the city's limits were full to the point of overflowing and causing health concerns. That is just deliciously concerning. Oh, I found this fun little factoid hilarious. The Cemetery of Innocents was so overpopulated that when a wall of a hotel collapsed, bones flooded the basement. To put into perspective of how many bones there are. So it took about 15 months for priests to move the bones. So it took about 15 months for priests to move the bones from point A to point B. Which all I can think about is the movie Poltergeist. And at least the bones were moved via priests. Okay. It was decided that the bones would be arranged in necropolis. Emulating the Roman ones, which is why it has such an aesthetically pleasing appearance. You know, for human bones. Okay, this is so weird. I'm sorry. I just find the entire thing weird and slightly uncomfortable, and that is a hill I will die on. Anyway, let's talk about the man who went missing. Missing. I'm giving air quotes. So, he was known as a cataphile. What the hell is a cataphile, you ask? Well, per Wikipedia, it's an urban explorer who illegally tours the catacombs. So who is our John Doe who went missing? in the catacombs of Gay Perry? Well, we don't know a thing about him. All we know is that his footage, we found his footage. That's basically it. So if you haven't seen the footage, I would suggest go to watch it. It's on YouTube. Basically, it's a guy stumbling around, looking at stuff. At some point, you can see he starts to get nervous, his breathing gets labored, and then, wha-bam. End of it, and it's mysterious ending. I won't spoil it. The footage is presumably taking place in the 90s. No clear date is given. The footage surfaced somewhere around, I want to say like 2011 to 2014, somewhere around there. So I look, I am not trying to poo-poo this, but I am poo-pooing this. I can't even be serious about this. I can't because this is just it's such a joke, and everyone is eating it up. And maybe it's because I'm old, or maybe it's because I lived in LA and worked in Hollywood that I am jaded. So everyone knows the Blair Witch, but not many know about the movie The Last Broadcast, which is a predecessor to the Blair Witch. It's another found footage movie, which even that movie, there's been other found footage movies. It's not a new concept. And that is what I believe this to be. Number one, there is no body. There's no body that's been recovered, and the way the movie ends, it just conveniently ends and you can't see anything, because of course it does. And the fact that this just randomly surfaced in like 2013, 2014, somewhere around there, and people have been in these catacombs exploring for eons, and yet they just now found this footage that's supposedly from the 90s. Do you know how easy it is to fake footage and make it look vintage? It's probably one of the easiest things you can learn in design school. It's simplistic. It's baby town frolics. So yeah, I can't. Yeah, but I it's good. I'm not gonna knock it. It's good footage. I think it seems like it would have been an interesting concept, because I hadn't really heard too much about the catacombs, because I live in my own little American bubble. So I had heard about them, but hadn't heard about them. So once that footage surfaced, I did a little research, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. I would never go, but that's interesting. So, I mean, there is that. It brought awareness to the catacombs, so I will give it that. And it seemed like it would be a concept for a movie that just didn't get off the ground, unfortunately. But yeah, I call bullshit. It's good bullshit, but I still call bullshit on the entire thing. Anyway, that's all I got.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Yo soy Amanda y hoy voy a contarte acerca de mi reacción y lo que pienso después de ver el corto cinematográfico llamado He Talks His Skin Off for Me. Mi primera impresión fue definitivamente de sorpresa al ver el gran trabajo de efectos especiales y de maquillaje que hicieron con el disfraz de nuestro protagonista, porque es simplemente fabuloso, muy realista, muy bien logrado. De verdad da la impresión que está carne viva, lo cual algunas escenas pueden causar, como digo, impresión. Así que si eso es lo que quisieron lograr, está perfecto y les doy un aplauso por eso. En un principio no entendía muy bien de qué se trataba el corto. Tuve que verlo una segunda vez para entenderlo, y básicamente es una metáfora acerca de los sacrificios que podemos llegar a hacer por satisfacer o por hacer felices a nuestros seres queridos. La historia empieza con una esposa y un esposo, y la esposa le pide a su marido que haga un enorme sacrificio, que en este caso es quitarse su piel y quedar totalmente expuesto para siempre. En un principio ambos se sienten muy felices con esta decisión, sobre todo la esposa, porque definitivamente la hizo feliz. Ella lo ve de una manera tan positiva, se siente tan esperanzada y se siente cada vez más enamorada de su esposo. aunque a medida que la historia avanza podemos notar cómo esta decisión que tomó le va trayendo repercusiones en su vida personal, en su entorno social, en su entorno laboral, lo cual hace que se sienta cada vez menos convencido de esta decisión que tomó. Su esposa, al ver el inconformismo que tiene, decide apoyarlo, motivarlo de alguna manera, pero él cada vez se convence menos y menos y menos de la idea. También podemos comentar que podemos ver un claro caso de egoísmo en el personaje de la esposa, ya que en una oportunidad podemos ver cómo puede también hacer ese sacrificio por él y decide no hacerlo. Prefiere que su esposo siga sufriendo solo. Ya para finalizar podemos ver a nuestros dos personajes en la cama viéndose fijamente el uno al otro. Él se siente totalmente triste, se siente deprimido y toma la decisión de quitarle la piel a su esposa para que pueda sentir lo que él siente y pueda notar el gran sacrificio que él está haciendo, ya que como podemos ver, a veces esa persona por la que hacemos ese sacrificio no está dispuesta a hacer lo mismo por nosotros. Para mi conclusión final puedo decir que este film es bastante bueno, lo recomiendo. Si quieres verlo, de verdad opino que vale mucho la pena. El mensaje que trae es bastante bueno, aunque te lo explique de una manera un poco muy literal, pero creo que es la mejor manera de entender cómo los sacrificios que nosotros hacemos a veces no son correspondidos, porque a veces esa persona no está dispuesta a hacer lo mismo por ti. Y cada decisión puede afectarnos en nuestra vida cotidiana. Así que sin nada más que agregar, yo soy Amanda, estas son mis redes sociales y te espero en el próximo video. Adiós.